Hello YouTube, welcome to BPS Explore. In today's video, we are going to see about one of the problem that we already talked on in our previous videos, which is nothing but the error in ampy module. Uh, yeah, Adafruit-ampy module. Already we made a video about that, about explaining some of the changes that are not available. Oh, wait. Okay, if you look at Adafruit-ampy module, when you go to PIP, you can see that the latest release was on 2021. So I don't know why. Actually, Adafruit company is one of the well-known company for field of embedded systems. They are doing a lot of stuffs with embedded systems, lot of things on it. But I don't know why they didn't updated this for a periodically. And it has some more minor errors due to the updation of Python versions. So as Python modules get updated, this version get lots of errors. I don't know why Adafruit is not looking on it. Okay, let me get into the video. The problem that is that already in our previous video, I said that there is a problem with that progress bar, which is nothing but the bar that shows the percentage of update, some other things. The module called progress bar has been changed, but after years of using, there is also a problem in the put command that I have changed that in the previous version, but currently it's also have some drawbacks. Not the error, it has some drawbacks, some bugs. Okay. In this video, we clearly see about that bugs um, as well as done. Okay. Um, okay. Adafruit-ampy is one of the well-known library among the peoples of micropython communities because as we love to do in things on VS Code, people who love to code on VS Code or VS Codium, or terminal based people who work on Linux when we love working on terminal. So we just more tie up with Adafruit-ampy module because we can run everything on the terminal. So we don't do things. And when we think about MicroPython, there are some well-known IDs are there. Not currently, but we also have an ID from the Arduino sessions, like Arduino Lab. Yeah, we have Arduino Lab, which is for MicroPython. So, and well-known ID for MicroPython is nothing but Tony. So I'm just opening it Thorny from terminal because I had not installed Thorny. So what I'm doing is that I am just running it from the source code. I have not installed on my system. So what I'm doing is that I'm just running this Thorny software from the source code instead of installing it. Okay, so I also have to connect my board. So I'm connecting my ASP32 currently now. Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, I can say that I am currently connecting my ASP32 now. So yeah, as Linux and every protections, we have to change that. Zero. Okay, I have my board clear now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop out this. I have connected my board. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to delete this file. So yes, I'm going to delete this library file. I have only boot, which is nothing but the official boot after which comes after the updation of firmwares. So I didn't make any changes. It was a board. So you can see that in micropython device, which is on this ASP32, there is only boot file. It has nothing, no files. Okay. So we mostly use Tony in the community of MicroPython. So, but I love to work with VS Code. It's because that we work with various uh, languages, not only on Python. We also use HTMLs and some other things for our project. So apart from that, this helps us a lot. VS Code helps us a lot with working with multiple languages. It's just an editor. So here is a VS Codium. So just go with VS Codium or Codium. Okay. Okay. This is a correct file that what I have done is that I have completely rearranged my put command. So what I did is that in the problem that I faced previously is that when I am trying to upload some of my large files, like file for this SSD 1306, which is nothing but OLD driver, or some of the library files which has more lines, like lines greater than 100 or greater than like large number of lines. When uploading programs with large number of lines, I face that the program is not completely uploaded. Only the sessions, only the first part or the middle part or the last part of the code has been uploaded to the board, not the full board. So the problem is that in the put command, the serial communication between is lagging. The complete program is not uploaded, but it shows as uploaded, but completely not uploaded. So what I need to do is that every time I go to Thorny and I need to upload the code, and I need to verify it's corrected or not. Uh, as I love to work with Ampy on a terminal, as I love to work on a terminal, I have no other option. So just go to Thorny. That works better for me. So what I did is that instead of doing that, I rearranged my put command. Okay, so I show you that now. Okay, first let me check. P5 port and my port. In Linux, it was about dev tty USB 0. So what I'm going to do is ls. So if you are on Windows, actually for you have to replace this with COM port number. It will be like COM3, COM1, COM2, or some other things. You have to replace this slash dev slash tty USB or ACM. So depends upon your board. So on the numbers, you have to change it with your COM port number. So COM port plus number COM3, COM4. So like that. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to get the list of files that are on my ESP32. So it will show the boards on this ESP32. Like yes, as we've seen in Tony, I have only the boot file. There is no other files. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reset. It's a soft reset. So I'm going to do the soft reset with the board. Yes, it has been done. Uh, Here I'm already having my file. So you can use any of the files. So BMP 130s or else. Okay. What I'm going to do is that I'm currently going to upload this SSD 1306 by files to my board. Okay. So the same put command, put and the file name ssd1306.py. So it was going to write up, and you can see that by comparing the previous video, you can see that here I have also updated the number of bytes has been transported. You can also see the how much number of bytes. In the last video, you can see that only it shows upload completed, but here I can also made the changes so that it calculated the bytes that has been updated or transported to the board from the PC. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use get command so that I can get the whole things on that board. So you can see that it has from it ends up with self.cs1. So here we also have the same line, and we also have that completed whole program. So from the starting of command line, micropython, LED driver. So we have everything on here. So it shows that the error was rectified. So it works well. And currently I don't need to jump over between terminals and Tony IDE. So I can completely work on my terminal. That's we Linux users always love to do. Okay, now I am going to, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove it. Uh, okay, just going to remove it. Yeah. And it removed. So if I check the files again, you can see that there is only a boot files. Okay. Okay. So I had shown you all the comments, which means I had shown you put command, I had shown you ls command, I had shown you rm command, which is remove. So I had shown you all the command and also a reset command, and only one command is left. That's nothing but the run command, which is mainly we do. Okay, here I think I'm having that bmp180.py, and I have connected by bmp180 to my ESP32. You can see that here, which uses the I2C communication protocol. So you can see that it uses, yeah, just a minute, yeah. Okay, you can see that I have connected my BMP180 here. Okay, sorry for little camera. This emerges. Yeah, some lightning problems. I have to rearrange my camera systems. Some poor cameras. Sorry. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to put that library file. So it won't. So it will run. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to put that file. So bmp180.py. So it was updating. So you can also see that when updating to the time of updating, you can also see that the number of bytes has been updated. So I'm just going to find where is the program for BMP check. Is I think here is a BMP and I have to change some things based upon this. This is 22 and this is 21. Yes, that's correct. What I'm going to do, I'm just to save, and just what I'm going to do is that I'm going to run this test to that mp file. So yeah, here you can have that I2C is fine, and I'm getting the readings. Um, well, you can see that it is running, and if I press Control plus C, it will change as normally shortcut we used to e- exit or stop the process on terminal. So yeah, it was stopped, it was run. So you can see that I have not uploaded. One thing that I love to do with MicroPython is that I just don't need to upload the code to the board. I can run directly from it. That is, it consumes some times, and as a interpretable languages, I can find where the error is. It helps me a lot over Arduino or C language. It helps me a lot to do things. And as a Python language, it works very well for me when doing things with related to scientific discoveries or scientific instruments. It helps me a lot, and it has large number of libraries are there for scientific developments. Yes, definitely it helps me a lot. That's why I changed to MicroPython from Arduino or C++. Okay, how same as before, this will be available on my GitHub page. You can just go to my GitHub page. What you can do is that you can just go to GitHub. I can show you how to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up a new project. So just GitHub, search GitHub. You can find that. Uh, if you have an account, please sign in. And if you don't have, no problem. Just what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to search. What you have to search is that BPS Explore. Under that, you have a sessions like users. Sorry, I think some of the problems are there. BPS Explore. Sorry. EXPL. Explore. Okay. So yeah, under user, you can find me there, BPS Explore. So go to repository and you can find that ampy repository. So what I did is that I have corrected the code and uploaded that to my repository. You can download that through my repository and you can follow me on GitHub too. And you can also find some of my things. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram, where the link is on bio of YouTube. You can follow me there. So if you have any errors or if you are facing something with the ampy module or some of the things on MicroPython, you can comment me or DM me in Instagram, uh, where you can get everything. Okay. Okay. I'll thank you. Hope you liked the video. Bye. Take care.